So what's the smartest thing? If I'm gonna glean some information from you about Jeremy, what's the smartest thing Jeremy's ever done? Like when you've just
Smartest thing
yeah.
Jeremy ever did was be born into a family where he could inherit some wealth and, you know, basically everything he's ever achieved.
Right. What is the dumbest thing ever that Jeremy's ever done?
The dumbest thing that Jeremy has ever done, think of like probably three things. So the dumbest thing Jeremy has ever done is My Hypo, Reviver, and GP87.
What's the funnest time ever with Jeremy?
The funnest time I ever had with Jeremy was that time that you, Jeremy, Doc, and Jeff traveled to Scotland together.
Jeremy was not there, was he? But you and Jeremy were watching me almost beat Jeff at Kingsbarns on the grid. But okay,
Yeah.
what's the angriest you've ever been at Jeremy?
The angriest that I've ever been at Jeremy was also my proudest moment of Jeremy.
What's that?
When Jeremy goaded me into hitting the ball into a sand trap, which I would never do on my own, and then out of frustration, because Jeremy had been poking me and prodding me for an entire 17 holes to that point, I proceeded to pick the ball up and throw it in the general direction of the water, and I turned around and Jeremy had his video camera open, and I thought that's the smartest thing that he's ever done.
Okay. Have you ever called Jeremy an a-hole?
I think a better question would be, has Jeremy ever acted like an a-hole? And then that gets you into the deeper question, has Jeremy ever not been acting like an a-hole?
I asked the questions, but yes, it's right. That would be a better question.
It's a consistent state. And if I did call him an a-hole, it was actually just a and hole.
Fair enough.
There were no S.
What's the best investment Jeremy ever made?
His friendship with Jeff.
What's
His
the
best
worst investment Jeremy's ever made?
The worst investment that Jeremy has ever made is his relationship with Doc.
Fair enough.
Jeremy will never improve as a golfer, and a relationship with Doc simply gives him false hope.
Yeah, and confusion. What is the worst business that Jeremy's ever invested into? The worst.
Hands down, the worst business that Jeremy has ever invested in is GP87.
And then what about Reviver?
Second place, Reviver.
And then third?
Third place,
My Hypo?
Definitely My Hypo. That thing is going nowhere.
Best characteristic about Jeremy?
His legs.
I think Doc would disagree with that.
No. Doc has been overlooking his legs for a long time. Those things are stable.
Who's the least likely to go to Wyoming?
Least likely to go to Wyoming is Jeff.
Who's the most likely to go to Wyoming?
Most likely to go to Wyoming would be Doc, but by accident.
And would Doc know that he was in Wyoming?
No, he doesn't know where Wyoming is.
If Doc
Doc
was,
can only name two. Doc can only name two states: Mission Hills and Arizona.
if Doc was lost on a desert island, which club would he take to get out of the sand trap?
Then, if I have to choose a club, it would probably just take a sand rake.
Fair enough. When Jeremy loses all of his money due to his investments in GP87, Reviver, and My Hypo, will you hire
Can we
him?
just say do the job?
Will you hire him at 5-star?
After Jeremy loses all of his investments that he has joined in with Jeff, he can have Jeff's spot on our board.
What is Jeremy? How is Jeremy's basketball game? Please describe it.
He has a broken jumper. He has a spin move. That's just a spin move. He can't really do anything per se on the court except just be big.
Yeah, which you can't teach.
No, you can't teach being big.
What is Jeremy doing right now?
Jeremy is setting up Nest cameras outside of his home so that he can watch videos of himself driving his bulldozer and digging holes later. It's double enjoyment.
Where do you see Jeremy in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see Jeremy working for NBD.
If Doc fell into a sand trap and no one was there to hear it, would it make a sound?
If Doc fell into a sand trap and no one was there to hear it, would it make a sound? Oh, geez, that's a good question. I mean, it's more likely that Doc would fall out of a sand trap. He's just perpetually in a sand trap. His life is a sand trap.
That's the correct answer. You got that. That was a trick question. You got the correct answer. Have you ever excluded Jeremy from an investment?
Definitely not unintentionally.
Okay. If Doc found himself at Jeremy's house in the middle of the night, would Doc know it? If he did know it, would he know Jeremy? And if he did know it and did know Jeremy, what are the odds that he would fall into a sand trap?
It was through the touching of his hands that he recognized Jeremy at first.
Are you willing to wish Jeremy a happy birthday?
I will never wish him a happy birthday.
What would it take to get Jeff to Wyoming?
To get Jeff to Wyoming, it would take a board seat that Jeremy would have to sacrifice.
A board seat into what?
What Jeff would do.
If Jeremy forms an LLC around his excavator, if Jeremy formed an LLC around his excavator and invited us all to join as investors, who would be the senior ranking person in that LLC? All right. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Joel won't say it.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Thank you.